Hello and welcome to JC Guitar. Today I'm at Songbirds in Chattanooga, which has the largest collection of vintage guitars in the world. I'm pretty excited about these three Telecasters behind me because we've got at the top there's a Fender Broadcaster, which was the first ever Telecaster, and what's underneath it is what's called a no-caster, because there's no name on it, which I'll show you a close-up of. And then at the bottom you've got the first ever Telecaster. It's just a real cool piece of history, and it's amazing that they've got those three models here. That's so cool. Here's something new I learned today. I didn't know that the Les Pauls, as standard, had P90 pickups to start with, and it wasn't until 1957 that they introduced the normal humbucker pickup. And over here, there's evidence of that, look. So we've got a 1957 Les Paul standard with the P90s, and then new to the collection with these, with the humbuckers. And this is what my guitar is based on, sort of. I've got a Gibson Les Paul 2008 standard, but it's the gold top, and that's why I got it, because I like this original gold top. That over my shoulder is a Fender 50s precision bass, and that's what my little brother's is a reissue of. And he'd love to tell you that it's called a precision bass because it was the first ever electric bass to have frets. All others were fretless bass, like upright basses. Boom, boom, boom. These SGs are super rare and exciting because when the Gibson SG first came out, it was called the Les Paul, and it was meant to be the new sort of standard model, but Les Paul himself never actually liked it, so after a few years they stopped calling them Les Pauls. But you can see on these ones, these are the original ones that say Les Paul on them before it's just SG, which is so cool. I've always wanted to see one of those. This is quite cool. They've got a guitar down here, this blue one, this 60s Strat. I have a Mexican 60s reissue Strat, and the detail is insane. They've on my Fender Strat, the Mexican Strat, they've left a gap between the first and the E and the B string on the saddles, and these do really have that. I thought that's exaggerating, but they really do. So awesome. That down there is Chuck Berry's ES335, or used to belong to Chuck Berry. That's cool. And that was BB King's ES335. Comments, which is cooler? Go. And that is Dick Dale's Strat. There is just a never-ending list of famous people's guitars here, and I can't just show you them all because that would take too long. You have to just come down here to see them for yourself. There really is just so much to see here. There's so many guitars. You have to just come down here. If you're in the area, if you're in Chattanooga, if you're in Tennessee, full stop, or just America, just come down. This place is awesome. I'm temporarily going to leave you in the capable hands of Damien.
So my name is Damien Rogers. I'm the media coordinator for Songbirds Guitar Museum, and we are the largest collection of rare vintage guitars in the world. And what we do here is kind of give you an interactive, immersive experience into these instruments, why they're so important, and the vast collection that we have, which is amazing in itself. And every day I walk in here, I'm like, wow, I cannot believe we actually have this stuff. And all in one place. This was a time period when these instruments were made. It was very handmade. You know, everybody was assembling it by hand, and we take pride in that. And what we want to do is give everyone a chance to see it and appreciate it, and why it was important to culture, and why they're so amazing as instruments. And so we have total right now is about 1,700 vintage instruments, vintage string instruments, and that goes from archtops, mostly solid body electric guitars, acoustics, and things like that. And so from front to back in the museum at the moment, we have about 550, and now 1,700 is that. So that means there's only a third of the collection in here at the moment. So that means we can rotate out exhibits. And so right now we're actually in the world of color, which is the most complete collection of custom colors from both Fender and Gibson. And what we want to do is just kind of show you essentially every color that they made for these instruments. And for you to see one custom color from this time period is rare enough, but for you to see an entire wall of virtually every custom color is incredible. And so, we have Strats over here, and then in the back we have Telecasters, and then on the other wall features Gibson. And so we have a lot of reverse Firebirds, non-reverse Firebirds, in custom colors as well. And then back through that door is where it really gets crazy, and we have our vault. So in the vault you'll find the rarest of the rare, things that you won't ever see again.
Wow, so is it temperature controlled, this room?
Yeah. This is the vault. Like I said, you're looking around and you're seeing history and things that were some of the first of its kind, some colors that they only made one of in that color, some that were the groundwork for what you see nowadays, when it comes to Telecasters and Stratocasters, Les Pauls, the style essentially, hasn't changed, and these were some of the first that came about.
So Damien's just going to pick a couple of his favourite guitars to show us, and then there's so much to see, you have to come down and see it for yourself. But we'll show you a couple.
So, in 1958 through 1960, Gibson decided to make their sunburst color, and so they put that on the Les Paul models from 58 to 60, and these have since became some of the most highly coveted electric guitars in the world, often considered the holy grail of electric guitars. And if you notice, the flame in the finish is what's one of the many things that is very desirable about this instrument. And this was the pinnacle. 1959 is kind of when all the stars aligned. The neck angle, the size of the frets, and everything. It's just a beautiful specimen. Like I said, to see one of these in person, you should consider yourself lucky, but to be able to see 35 that we have is spectacular, and I would highly recommend it to anyone. Even if you're not a guitar lover, you don't have to be. The stories behind some of these are some of the best parts of Songbirds. So, one of the best things about one of our favorite parts here at Songbirds is the stories behind some of these instruments. And what you're looking at here are two 58 Telecasters, and they were actually made for a group who was a sister group. They were sisters called the Tweedledees or the Twiddledees. You can do some research on them, and it's interesting because it's kind of hard to find, but if you dig, you can find out their story. But they were a sister group, and one was a lefty, Esther, and then one was a righty, and her name was Bertha. And the unique thing about the Fender's relationship with artists back in this time period is that if the artist had a request on their certain instrument, Fender was really good about making it happen. And so Bertha, being a heavier set woman, decided that she wanted a little bit more comfort in her Telecaster. And so what Fender did for her was actually made what appears to be like Stratocaster contours.
Yeah, I've never seen that on the top.
Yeah, it's really
and on the back.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got this right here. So it's a lot more comfort. It's actually it feels really great if you're a Telecaster player, but also can dig the Strat as well. This is just a really cool instrument. It just kind of shows the care and the attention that Fender paid to their artists, and this is one of my favorites. It's a beautiful Sunburst Telecaster.
Yeah, close up of that. What year is this?
1958.
Oh yeah, going back then.
Exactly. So
That's awesome.
definitely one of my faves.
Thanks so much, Damien, for showing us around.
Absolutely. My
Everybody,
pleasure.
come down here. There's so much more to see. We can't show them all, but
Yeah.
thank you so much
Yeah,
for
no,
the
thank
tour.
you. Thank you for coming. Come down and see us.
I'll be back for sure. Thanks so much to everyone here for letting me have a look around, and it's an awesome place. I wish you all the best of luck in the future. Thanks so much to Damien for all of your help. It's been awesome. It's been a real experience. I hope to be back soon. And thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you next time.